Hi guys, it's Alex here with Rakombu, and I have in front of me the new Sony Xperia L. Now, just as last year when Sony unveiled the S, the P and the U at CES and MWC, this year we have the new flagship, the Xperia Z, their new upper mid-range phone, the Xperia SP, and then the new upper, I guess you could call it the upper low-end phone, the Xperia L. It's a pretty high-end device, but it's meant to be aiming to a kind of a lower price point with slightly lesser specs than the other two devices. Unlike the SP and the Z, this isn't an LTE device, but it still has a lot of functionality under the hood. Before I jump into the OS, if I just a quick look around the device, you might notice that the design is extremely reminiscent of the recently announced Sony Xperia J, which came out at the end of last year. Some of the biggest faults with the J were the usability of the camera, and the user experience was very sluggish. Now with the L, I can definitely confirm that that is no longer an issue. There's a plastic design on the front and the back with a nice glass finish on the front there, of course, as well. The back is removable, and there is a full-size SIM tray, not a micro SIM tray in the back, and but no room for removable memory as with the SP and the Z. We also have an 8 megapixel at the top here. We have a volume rocker, and we have this is a distinctive element of the new devices, is this very shiny chromed power lock key. There's also a hardware shut button down the bottom there on the side, and on the back we have the loudspeaker and also an NFC sticker which you can take off, but this phone does have NFC, as well as the camera and LED flash, and on the left hand side, the micro SD port. There's also no connectors on the bottom, but a centrally mounted headphone jack on the top. Now the display here is actually a 4.3-inch FW VGA screen, so it's not quite as high resolution as the likes of the SP with its 720p display, or indeed the full HD display of the Xperia Z, but nonetheless it is very pretty. So as you might recognise, the user experience is extremely similar to that of the Xperia Z and the SP. They all actually have a very similar user experience, so really it's the hardware that's the differentiating feature. This 1 GHz dual-core processor under the hood here with the gigabyte of RAM keeps things very snappy. It's a Qualcomm chip, like many that we saw in devices last year, but it's being utilised to much better effect in the L than we've seen on other devices, and it's miles better than the Xperia J in terms of performance, UI lag, and responsiveness. So it's really lovely to see. As we've seen with the Z and the SP, you can customise your app drawer how you want. They have multitasking on-screen buttons, of course. There's no capacitive keys. There is quite a large bezel around the display here, but nonetheless it is still a very nice looking phone, and it feels very premium considering this is meant to be the lower of the top 3 devices in Sony's 2013 lineup. On the front we also have a VGA camera, and if I flip it around onto the back, we have an 8 megapixel camera with full HD functionality, 720p HD functionality. That's another differentiating feature between the SP, the L, the SP, and of course the Z. So that we have full HD and the option of HDR video. We have 8 megapixel with full HD video, and we have the L with 720p HD video. Internal storage is locked at 8 GB, and as far as I can tell there's no room for removable storage, as I said earlier, and it isn't a 4G device like the other two handsets, but it is a very nice phone nonetheless, and it should be coming to market very soon, and we've heard SIM-free pricing of around £240, £239.99, so yeah, that's a quick look at the Xperia L. Leave us a comment down below if you have any questions, and thanks a lot.